Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, which is chronicling the restoration of my beloved Powell's 46 International Fast Cruiser. I've had Dreamfinder for coming up 14 years now, and in that time we've done a lot of work. 8 years ago she was re-engined, and we spent quite a while sorting out niggly issues with speed and overheating. As part of the re-engineering, we had to rip out the bench seating in the saloon, so the saloon's been retrimmed and custom seating has been made. The autopilot was a Heath Robinson affair that didn't work, so that has now been replaced. And 4 years ago, the hull was gel peeled and copper coated. Problems with earth bonding have seen us replacing the props. And then in June of 2020 we sailed her 540 miles from Southampton round to Fleetwood on the Fylde coast in the Irish Sea. We hit a force 6 in Cardigan Bay on our journey round and limped into Holyhead with our dive platform hanging off and one of the bilge pumps permanently on. On arrival in Fleetwood, this dive platform has now been repaired and I'm ready to tackle the major project of repairing the rear deck and refitting the back cabin.
So it's been a busy few weeks anyway. Aliona has had her puppies, so we've now got two beautiful little baby girl puppies, which are keeping us busy. So poor old Aliona is absolutely knackered, that's her. But they are beautiful, and they're just starting to get to a point where we can wean them. So they've grown over half a kilo in the last 3 weeks. So yeah, they're coming on nicely.
So welcome back aboard Dreamfinder, and we're into day 3 of clearing out this cabin. It's taken a lot longer than I expected it to, but hopefully today will be the final day. I haven't really videoed a lot of doing this because you don't want to see me stripping things out. The last video had quite a lot of that on it anyway. So it's freezing here, it has been snowing. I'm going to get some heating on and get started. Before I can start finishing off the strip out, which is literally just the toilet and the sink in the bathroom area, what I need to do is get rid of the fruits of the labour from last time. So I'm just going to basically clear off all of this that you can see here and take that to the recycling. And I will, and just like that. As you can see, we're now ready to get started on the clearing out the rest of the bathroom. So I need to take out where the toilet was stood, and I also need to take out this cabin sole here and this little piece here, but it's really tidy up time now. These wires are going to the lights, so I need to trace those. I need to take the lights down, and the same in here, and then we're pretty much stripped, ready to go. So I've just got this little bit of time to do. So when I say cleaned up, I didn't like the idea of leaving these quite open, so you can see here, in the end of it. I've done the same to waste although when I put that through there's no water coming out of it, but just to be on the safe side. And then I'm starting to get rid of this water in here, so to do that I'm using nappies. Just the waste down here as well, and where it's collected, the rainwater is collected basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking a standard compass, this one, just open it up. Water, there's not a lot of it, and there's not a lot in the bilge either, but it needs getting rid of, and I'm going to raise these the sole next time and just make sure there's nothing in any of the chines in the bilge where the bilge pump can't get to it. Because all that stuff just makes the boat smell, obviously. So yeah, so that's the final job for today is sort of just putting these in, and then I'll give it to the 15 minutes or so, pull them out. That should hopefully get rid of all of the water that's in there. Then I'll put some more in, just so that when I come back, if it's rained next time, it should still be relatively dry, and then we can start to think about getting rid of some of this wet core, and I'll start sanding to get rid of that core, and we're ready to go. This next week I'm going to be researching a little bit about what sort of core to use, and also making a decision about what sort of resin to use, whether I should use polyester or epoxy resin, and taking advice on that as well. So I love these things, they've done such a brilliant job. Look at that, that's almost bone dry now, all the way along. So if I just lift this one, you see, it's just soaked it all up, which is great, just what you want to see. So time to clean this out, and then yeah, pretty good. This one here was almost brim full, it was overflowing. You can see it's been overflowing down here onto this wood. So just one set of nappies has just literally emptied it. Amazing. So going to the chandlery and buying these sort of super absorbent pads, forget it. Go to Tesco or Sainsbury's or somewhere and just buy a bumper pack of Pampers. It works just as well, and it's a damn sight cheaper.
it's encouraging in a way, because it means that the fiberglass on the other side must be reasonably thick in order for it to accept those screws. So obviously we've got the thickness of the ply, which I need to ascertain, but yeah, interesting. There's another one there. Obviously, there is going to be something under here somewhere, and I'm going to have to peel that off. But yeah, my point is that this core has got to come out, and that's going to be a pain in the arse, because I'm going to have to cut it here across to get the core out, and then fiberglass in up. So I don't know how much of this I can do with her still in the water now. I think we're getting to a point where she needs to come out and be tented to be able to crack on with any of this. But we'll see. As you can see, this there's an entire layer there that is just rotten. And there was a screw. There is a screw. There's a screw. Just gone. We're at a point where there's a layer of decent wood underneath. I think what I'm going to do is dig all this lot out. I think that the safest way to do that is to sand it out as much as possible. I'll try with an oscillating blade, isolator, whatever, and see if we can do something with that, but we'll have to see. So the last thing I want to check before I leave today is how big these skin fittings need to be. So, looking at this one, and I think that's an inch. Yeah. Yeah, an inch, which is 23 millimeters. So I'll do to that. Yeah, 20 millimeters. So looking at this one, 36 millimeters, which is 1.5 inches. Okay, so that's those two. I've got this bad boy down here, which is that pipe is 1.7, which is 45 millimeters. So it's gonna give me a rough idea. And then we've got these ones in here. So this one here, if I go off the pipe again, that's 24 millimeters, which is 0.95 of an inch. And this one here, might as well replace that as well. That's 1.2, which is 32 millimeters. I think that's the last of them.
that is the last of them in here. So these ones up here, they're so high up they haven't actually got anything to lock off with, so they should be alright. So that's it for this video. A bit of a short one this time round, and yeah, sorry, lots more of stripping out, but now we're done with it. So the next video should start to get a bit more interesting. I think we're going to start ripping out that core on the rear transom while she's still in the water, and see about repairing that first. Mainly because if I can repair that, that'll stop the water getting into the core. Yes, it'll still be leaking from the deck, but it'll also give me the first view of what is actually in that joint between where the deck joins the rear transom, and see what's there. And if I repair the inside and repair the core, I can then start to work on the outside when the weather gets a bit better. Temperature's still a little bit low for fiberglassing, but yeah, I can start pulling the core out and see where we go from there. So as usual guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Love to hear your comments, and click on the subscribe down below so you can see when other videos come out as we progress along this restoration. Thank you.